Hi guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sofia and today I'm going to show you a completely free point of sale software designed especially for small business owners or entrepreneurs who are just getting started and can't afford an expensive or complex system. This system includes features for managing sales, inventory, customers, suppliers, orders, expenses, users, and reports. It was developed in the Python programming language using the tkinter library, and it runs on a local SQLite 3 database, meaning it works offline and is limited to use on one computer at a time. One of the best parts is that it doesn't require an internet connection or installation. All you have to do is unzip the folder and it's ready to use. It's also fully portable, so if you need to use it on another computer, just copy the folder over and you're all set. At the end of the video, I'll show you how to download the system and how to start using it. Let's jump in and take a look. When you first open the system, you'll see the login and sign up modules. The login includes two text files, one for the username and the other one for the password. As I mentioned earlier, the system comes with a default administrator account and the username is admin. And the password is also admin, but everything in lowercase letters. There is also a button that lets you toggle the visibility for the password. So if you can choose, to show or hide what you are typing. Both the login and the sign up modules include basic security validations to ensure proper access control. Now I'm going to intentionally enter an incorrect password to show you how the system validates the credentials against the database and displays an error message when the username or password is incorrect. So in the sign up module, we have three types of users. One of them is the administrator role, which has full access to all parts of the system. We also have a cashier role and the supervisor role, and their permissions can be customized based on your needs. So later on, we will explore the user management module, and I'll show you exactly how to assign specific permissions to these roles. Now, let's go ahead and create a new user. So the system includes a security code feature that gives you the greater control over who can create new users. This means that not just anyone can create a new user, only those who know the registration code are able to do so. So I'm going to type a username, let's say Sophia. I'm going to type a password, and I'm going to choose a user role, which is a cashier. I'm not going to select a registration code. When I click on register, it is going to show me this window that says error entering the registration code. Okay, so the default registration code is 1234. So when I click on register, it says user created successfully. Okay, so now let's log in into the system using the default administrator account, admin, password, admin as well, and we click on login. Once we are inside, we'll see a clean interface with buttons that take us to the different models of the system. So before we can start using the system, there are a few things we need to set up. We need to create customers, we need to add a supplier, and we need to register a branch and set up the products categories. So let's start with the customer model. Here we need to fill out some basic information. I'm going to create a default customer called walk-in customer. For quick sales, I'm going to choose an ID number, a phone number, an address, and an email. And I can add the customer. So immediately it shows a window that says success, customer registered successfully. And I have also the option to update the customer list. I can update the information or delete it if needed. So now let's move to the suppliers module. Here, there is this is where we can register the suppliers and the people or companies we buy our products from. I'll go ahead and create a default supplier. Let's say Costco, and fill in the necessary details. Let's see, this is the ID number, phone number, the address, and an email. Okay. And like with the customers, you can manage the suppliers from here. You can edit details or you can remove them from the system if necessary. Now let's head over the settings to create a product category and a branch. So we click on categories and here we can add all the necessary product categories. For example, in this case, I'm going to add the cleaning supplies, also food and beverage, and pharmacy. Okay, so once that's done, we go to branches and we create your store location. So in this case, I'll add a main branch called main branch. And in the same module, you can also configure my company with your company information. And additionally, you can have the option to backup the database or restore it when needed, which is a great way to keep your data safe. Okay, so now let's add some products to the inventory. So we click on inventory module and here you can start entering your products. For example, let's say Coke, the supplier, which is Costco, price, let's say 2.5, cost 1.0. Let's say that we have 50 on our stock. The category would be food and beverages, and the branch, the main branch, and we click on enter. So it says product successfully added to the inventory, and we can continue adding the next products. So let's say orange juice. Again, the supplier is Costco. Price, let's say, I don't know, 2.0. Cost 1.0. Stock, let's say we have 20. The category, again, food and beverages, and the branch, the main branch, and enter. Good. I'm going to add a few more. Let's say Tylenol, the supplier, again, it's Costco. The price, I don't know, it's like 3.0. Cost, stock, let's say we have 60. The category would be pharmacy, and the branch, again, the main branch. Okay, so you can also manage your products here, so you can edit the information or delete them if needed. And one great feature of the inventory model is that you can export your product list to an Excel file. So you click on export the inventory and you choose where to save it. Let's say the desktop. I'm going to call it inventory and click on save. So it says data successfully exported to Excel, and as you can see, it is already on the desktop. So I click on it, and it's going to show the products that I have already created or added. in the inventory. Okay, now let's go ahead and make a few example sales. So we click on the sales module, and here you will see fields to select the customer, the product, and the quantity. And we also have 4 main buttons. We have add to add products to the purchase list. We can edit to change the quantity of a selected item. We can delete to remove the product from the list, and clean, which removes all products from the current list. And at the bottom, we have the pay button, as well as options to view sales and void invoice. Now, let's select a customer. Let's say walk-in customer. We select a product as well. Let's say Coke. And as soon as we select a product, the system automatically shows the available stock in the inventory. So now let's try to add a quantity of 60, even though we only have 50 on stock. So I'll click on add, and the system immediately shows an error, shows a validation message letting me know that there are only 50 units available. So now let's do it correctly. For example, I'm going to add only 1 Coke and click on add, and it appears on the list. So then I will add let's say orange juice. Let's say that I want to sell 2, and you will see the total amount to pay is automatically updated with the product list or with the product details. So now we click on pay, enter the amount that the customer is paying with, let's say $10, and then click on confirm payment. So once the payment is completed, you're going to see this window that says payment completed, total $6.50, the amount paid was $10, so the change is going to be $3.5. So okay, and the invoice has been successfully generated in invoices, so click on OK. So once the payment is completed, a PDF invoice will open with all the sale and system information neatly displayed. And that's it. Okay, so now let's take a look at the sales we have made. So we're going to click on view sales, and here you will see the sale we have just completed. If you double click on it, the system will open a detailed view of the transaction. So at the bottom, you're going to have 2 options: export sales summary or export sales but with details. So I'm going to export summary. Let's save it and save. So here in the desktop, we already have the export summary. If you open it, you're going to see the detail of the sale that we have just made. And if we open export details, I save it, and if I open it, I'm going to see the sale but with the details of the product we just sold. So we just sold. So I close the window, and now let's cancel this invoice. So we click on the button void invoice, and I click on the cell that we have just made and void invoice again. Are you sure you want to void the invoice 1? Let's say yes, and it is going to appear this message that says invoice deleted and products returned to stock. So since we have just deleted the invoice 1, as you can see, the invoice number resets, and the next cell will once again be listed and invoiced as invoiced 1. Okay, so when we run out of stock on a product, we need to go to the orders module and place a new order with the supplier. So let's go to the orders module. Here we need to select the supplier and the product. So in this case, I'm going to choose Costco again, and let's say Coke. When we select the product, the system automatically loads the price and cost from the database. If needed, we can update the cost in case our supplier has given us a different price for the new order. And Before doing this, we're going to check how much stock we currently have for the Coke. So let's go back to the inventory module and see that the Coke has 50 products on stock. So let's go back to the orders module. I'm going to fill in all the everything here, Coke, and the new amount. So I'm going to add 50 new Cokes. First I click on add and it's going to appear in the list. If I have more products to add, I will have to put the information and add it to at the end, go to register, and the order has been registered successfully. So now we can go back to the inventory to confirm that the stock for the Coke has been updated with the new quantity. As you can see, before was 50, now we have 100. And if we click on view orders here, we can see a list of the orders that have been placed so far. In the reports module, we have access to 8 different types of reports that help us track our sales, costs, and profits. But first, before showing you this, we are going to make a new sales because we canceled the previous one, so the system is currently at 0. So I'm going to go to the sales module. I'm going to make a sale. Let's say orange juice, amount 1, add, and that's it. Okay. $5, confirm payment. Okay, so here we have the sales invoice. And now let's go back to reports. So if I want to know the reports of the total sales, I'm going to click on the first button. All I have to do is choose the date. Since today is the 3rd of August, I'm going to select this date. And I'm going to filter. So if you can see, the quantity of products sold is just 1 because I chose only 1, and the total sales are $2. And it happens with all of the reports that we have here. Let's select the same date, so we have only $1. The total cost, again, we have only $239, and cost reports total sales. Again, we have only $1. And if we want to check the buttons that are at the bottom, well, we will have to filter by year. So in this case, I'm going to write 2025 because it's the current year. And as you can see, in August, I have sold only $2. Okay, chart profit by month. Again, we enter 25, and here we have the total cost, sales, and profit by month in 2025. Chart by categories, again, food and beverages and pharmacy, 2 and 1, and chart by branch. Everything has been done in the main branch, so the number of products by branch is here. And that's it. Okay, now let's go to the expenses module. This module helps us keep track of all the expenses in our business. So to register an expense, we need to fill out the following fields. Let's start with a concept. In this case, I'm going to put August rent, let's say. Also, we need to register the amount, let's say 1,000 USD. The entity, which would be, I don't know, the landlord. And finally, we have to put the date of the payment. Let's say today. So we click on register and the expense has been registered successfully. The amount 1,000. So you can also manage your registered expenses, meaning you can edit them, modify them, or delete them if needed. Okay, now let's go to the users module. In this module, we will have the opportunity to add, update, or delete users. It also let us assign specific permissions to the cashier and supervisor roles. So let's assign permissions to the cashier role. So first we select the user we created earlier, in this case is Sofia, and we click on permits. As you can see, by default, this user does not have access to any module. So now we'll check the boxes for the module we want this user to have access to, which are sales and inventory, and we click on save. So permissions saved successfully. So now we are going to log in with the username Sofia and my password 123456, and we log in, and we are going to try to enter to the sales module. As you can see, I have complete access to this module, and now let's go to the inventory module. Again, we have complete access to these modules. Now, if I go to the customers module, as you can see, it appears a message that says you don't have permissions to access to this module. And if I click in the other modules, it is going to appear the same message because I only assigned the permissions for the sales and inventory modules. And finally, in the About Us button, if you click here, you will find direct links to my YouTube channel. Let's see. Here it is, my YouTube channel, and to my official store. So if you click here, now you will find my store. So let me show you how you can download this system completely free. Just go to the link I have left in the description of this video. There you will find two products. As you can see, there is a version that is 3.1.0, which is completely free. And there is also a paid version that includes many advanced features such as product names, barcode scanning, printer support, A4 and thermal receipts, tax management, discounts, multiple payment methods, and much more. To download the free version, you're going to click on it, and here you're going to type 0 in the price box. But if you would like to make a donation, it would really help me keep creating content like this, and you can donate $1 or any amount you wish. Since it's free, I leave it at 0, and I click on Add to Cart. Then you're going to put your information. In this case, I'm going to put my email. Okay, and you click on Pay. So this is the message you're going to receive. It says, thank you for your purchase. And here you're going to click on the button that says download. When you click on download, it immediately downloads on your computer. So once you download it, you're going to minimize the window. Click here, and you're going to drag it to your desktop. And once it's here, you're going to right click and click on extract all. Okay, now extract. You are going to open the folder, and you're going to open the dest folder and double click on the executable file. The first time you launch it, it might take a few seconds. If this appears, you're going to click on more info and run anyway. As I said, it might take a few seconds because your computer is just recognizing it for the first time. So let's wait a little bit. Okay, and that's it. Here we have the system is ready to use. So I really hope this tool is useful for your business. If you like this program, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.